What's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. I am in a hotel room, a random hotel room in a random location right now that I can't tell you exactly where I'm at. Just kidding. I'm actually in. I'm actually at a recovery convention with my wife this weekend, doing some of that personal development stuff. Many of you know I had a heroin addiction, got clean in 2008, and still participate in recovery to this day. And so I will be in a weird location throughout this show here in this hotel room. And I've got a great guest today, Alpha Allen, and I'm excited to talk to him and hear what he's been up to. So, Alpha, welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, Big Dave Sharpe, man, the man of the hour. How are you doing?
You're the man of the hour, brother. I'm beautiful, man. How are you?
That's good. Yeah, man, everything is going fantastic. I'm honored to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're welcome, dude. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay. I'm going to Las Vegas later this year, my man.
That's cool.
I like that. I'm actually taking my daughter. My wife and I are taking our 6-year-old. She's into dance and she's into, acro and so forth. So I think she's going to get a big kick out of a lot of the shows out there.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of cool things to see out here. A lot of the hotels have a lot of these shows, another one that she would want to go to is like Circus Olay. That's a good one.
Yeah. So tell us your legendary story, brother. How did you find us and what's happened since then?
Oh, okay. So I found you. So I'm in the local 1977 Carpenters Union here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm a journeyman carpenter, and I've been doing construction about 15, 16 years of my life. And, due to all the strenuous work and having to get up at 4:30 in the morning, every single morning, sometimes it's split shift, sometimes it's graveyard. And, you just never know. And it's just not consistent work. Being in the union is great and they pay you well, but the work is not consistent. So I wanted to do something for myself. And I had quite a bit of money saved up. I had a chunky little nest egg put to the side just in case I wanted to invest in myself or start my own business. So one of my good friends, his name is Eric Fortner, Passive Income Eric.
Yeah.
He got me into affiliate marketing. He told me about the 15-day business builder challenge, and it would be really, really good to start. And, I was on the fence at first, I was, and once I took action, I seen that it was amazing. I seen that it was something that I really wanted to do after the very first day of the challenge. I started my hero's journey. I started talking about my hero's journey from the very first video. I started talking about my hero's journey. I started talking about the course and how it can benefit you every time that I would make a video. And after that, after the first 15 days, I started getting traction. I started getting, I had over 1,000 followers in a month and a half, which is, a little long, but there were organic followers.
Yeah.
So, since then
I like long. It gives proper expectations. Occasionally we have people on the show. They're like, I posted my first video and got 1 million views. And then everybody's like, well, where's my 1 million views? And it's like,
right.
It's nice to hear the reality of what most people are going to experience, which is slower growth. And you're probably going to feel like you want to quit right before the miracle happens, like right before you have something big happen. It's always how it happens. You feel frustrated. You feel like there's slow growth. You feel like it's not going to work out. And then boom, something exciting happens. It's the same reason why it's the same way fishing works, dude. You go up there and you have an absolutely quiet day and you get one big bite that you don't even pull into the boat, but you fought them for 30 seconds. And guess what? It's enough. And then the next time you come, what happens? You eventually catch the whopper,
You're right.
There is some waiting. So anyways, I'm ranting, but appreciate you sharing that it didn't take 2 days. It took a month and a half for you to simply reach 1,000 followers.
And now that I'm a coach and a mentor myself, and I have coaching clients and many testimonials, I'm able to get my coaching clients past 1,000 followers in 24 hours. right? And it's not spammy. It's not anything like that. It's giving hope, right? Like it's actually giving hope. So, you know, by you giving hope, those are going to be organic followers because they're going to be expecting more content like that from you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're able to produce just a few pieces of content that's able to get someone over 1,000 followers pretty fast, that's a testament, right? The
How did,
reason why
how,
I started, truthfully, Dave, is because, you know, I've done 13 years in prison,
yeah.
you know, and knowing that I've done that much time in prison and I got out, I never, ever, ever wanted to experience that type of hardship again in my life. So I had to make a change. And, you know, it started out with low pay. Then I got into the union with a little bit better pay, and now I'm an affiliate marketer. So, I mean, if I can do it, anyone can do it. You know, I mean, I'm on your show speaking to you, brother.
Well, I was in a similar position, not with doing a lot of prison time, but had felonies on my record. I was a heroin addict, and I had to do things to support that addiction. And I got arrested right when I turned 18. Yay me! You know, so my future was screwed. And it was a stupid little thing that basically was a result of my addiction, but I was screwed. And so this industry actually gave me a legitimate future, Alpha, and it sounds like it's doing the same thing for you. Whereas, you know, when I used to apply for a job, I wouldn't even get a call back because I had to check that little box that said felony.
Right.
And so I'm here to identify with you and here to give you some hope that, you know, that you keep trekking down that path and only good things will happen because only you can hold you down, brother.
You're right.
You can only let others hold you down, but only you can actually hold you down. And I won't allow that in my own life because now I realize how many other people are counting on me as well, counting on me to follow through, counting on me to see my story through. And that's probably what's happening a lot with your followers as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know, I'm happy that I'm almost up to 40,000 followers now, you know. That has taken me a long time. Like it was taking me almost a year to get there, but I'm there, right? Like it's taking me
Good
almost
hard year, best year of your life, probably, right? I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
golly, man.
Seriously. You know, like I see people just getting these followers in 24 hours and 72 hours and putting up 3 videos and they got 100,000 followers. Well, that's okay. You know, me knowing that I got out of the mud and like I
You
got it
earned
totally. Yeah, I earned this, you know,
it. Yeah.
and I earned here to be with you and talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm just happy that I'm able to continue my path to success and help as many people as I can in the process see that they can start making money online, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because that's going to be the new future. You
It
know,
is.
online marketing is the future, period.
It is. I was just talking to somebody on the Wake Up Show yesterday. It was RJ, and we were talking about,
I was on there.
we were talking about just, the fact, like, what really struck me was he was like, I want to be a part of this. Like, he knew that the bus was leaving the bus station. He knows that that or the spaceship leaving Earth, whatever analogy you want to use, but some people are going some places, and we have a choice to either stay here on land or go to space, right?
Right.
And for me, baby, I'm trying to be in those clouds. I mean,
Me too.
I want to, and I'm metaphorically speaking, I want to be detached from everybody and all of their regular problems and inflation or deflation or stock market up, stock market down, all that BS. I want to have just my nest egg, money in the bank, sure, some stocks, some real estate, nice balanced portfolio to where I
Right.
can take care of my family and I don't have to watch the news or I don't. That to me is freedom, and that's worth this. That's worth this hard work that we put in, because I don't want to be. There was back in 2008 when or 2009. It took me about a year after I got clean to come online, and I started to listen to like a lot of old time people because I was selling training to network marketers. That
Okay.
was my first product that I was an affiliate of. I did MLM, and then I came online and I was like, dude, I got to figure out a way to stop chasing friends and family and do something, right? And that's when I found online marketing, and all these network marketers were doing what we do, essentially using landing pages, building email lists, all this stuff. And I'm like, holy shit. Right. And so, and so, you know, I learned how to use those tools and how to tell my story and so forth. I forgot where I was going with that, but that's what the beginning of my journey looked like. Was exactly what the beginning of your journey looks like right here. I mean, in every single other person that comes on the show, it is exactly what I did at the beginning. And I was talking about wanting to be in the clouds and so forth. Yeah, I listened to these guys in these training tapes, and they would constantly talk about creating your own economy. And I just didn't know what that meant. You know what I mean? I didn't know what they meant by creating your own economy. But I do now. It's where you got enough money to where it doesn't matter. That's what it means.
Right.
That's all it means.
Seriously.
It just means to where you got enough money where it doesn't matter. You got enough money hidden in your safe or under the bed to where even if the bank shut down, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right?
You got money in the bank. It doesn't matter what the dollar's doing. You got enough, or you got a home that's paid off. So it's not as important. These are things that I'm speaking from experience. I didn't have 10 years ago, but I have today. Zero debt, multiple houses paid off, stocks, cash, all this stuff. And it doesn't matter. Now, I don't talk about that every day because I don't want to make others, I want to inspire people to go to get to that. But I'm saying it now to let you know it's possible. And what it feels like to have your own economy, it really is something. And you're into that now. How does that feel?
It feels fantastic to know that I'm my own boss, and the way I'm structuring my business and the way I'm structuring my life with my mindset, it's coming a lot more naturally now. Instead of me, like every time I get a win, it's like, oh my God, I'm so excited, guys, look at this. It's not like that anymore, because I know as long as I continue to help people, truly help people, and show people that there is a different way other than busting your ass at a 9-to-5, a just over broke job, and you can actually start making money online with the right mindset, then I feel like that's a win in itself.
Yeah. How has it been for you to transition from that learn, do to that teach? You were like, well, I'm a coach and a mentor, and you said that as if it was second nature. And there was a time that I absolutely know that you must have said to yourself, there's no what, I mean, how can I, what can I say that's going to impress people? What can I say that people are going to listen to me? How do I have credibility? Or it sounded something like that. That there was there had to have been a switch that was either flipped or something that happened over the period of this last year, where you went from that learning, where you were that ignorant student, you the first day you knew nothing, to doing it, to now teaching it. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, I can definitely talk to you about that. All the trials and tribulations that I've been through of me having to try to teach myself, right? I had a coach and a mentor, but there's just, everyone has their limitations on what they know, right? So, at that point, you got to go off on your own and try things on your own other than just having a coach and a mentor. Like, for instance, I did the 1 funnel away challenge. I did the 5-day lead challenge. I've done your 15-second leads. There's a lot of other things that I did to better myself, to make it a lot easier, to start like coaching people. And then not only that, I had Eric pushing me like very, very hard, like pushing me very, very, very hard. Any type of little baby mistake I would make, he was calling me on it, like, Alpha, how come you're not doing this? Alpha, how come you're not doing that? Hey, you're late. Hey, anything. And, it built me up to the point to where now it's like, it is second nature to everything that I learned inside this space, whether it was good or bad. I've taken all that along with my pain, and I've turned it into a tangible, articulative way within my brain where I can teach people with the most fast and efficient way possible. Like, for instance, I can put together an autoresponder, email sequence, everything in 2 hours, like literally front to back end systems, everything done. So with me knowing that, there's a lot of people that don't want to do affiliate marketing. All they want is a business to do a drop shipping company, but they need an autoresponder and a landing page, right? So I can do that in hours, right? Like an hour and a half. So it made it a lot easier for that type of a transition to be able to teach people, right? Just by the learning curve.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it is mandatory and makes it much easier to teach when you've done it yourself. And I
Right.
think it's so, I mean, whether somebody's coaching you to do it and sitting next to you and saying click here or whatever, but the simple fact that you've actually moved the mouse with your hand and your fingers typed in the, just seeing it and doing it once, at least once, and then of course you do it over and over, but it doesn't take long before, before it's second nature, really. I mean, it really only takes a couple of weeks if you're doing it every day. It just takes a couple of weeks to where it's second nature. The other thing that I wanted to point out that you just said was the fact that you monetize the skills in other ways. It's absolute, like if you're a hustler like I can see you are, like I was at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I might have taken, nowadays I am very, very no oriented, meaning that I say no a lot more than I say yes. But there has been times throughout my career that I had to say yes more than I said no. Right now, whether that
Right.
was jobs or opportunities, right? I mean, I'm simply
You're right.
right. You see
You're
what I'm
so
saying, right? You see
right.
what I did right there, right?
Yeah. I
I had
love
to
it,
say
man.
yes
Hey,
more than I had to.
you are dead on the money, man.
Okay, I made that real simple, didn't I?
Really
Because
simple.
when at the beginning of our journey we've acquired a few skills, we see, I mean, everything's like, oh shit, I could do that, I could, okay, yeah, I'll do that, yes, 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 yeah, I could be your coach, yes, yes, yeah, oh, you want a product for that, yeah, I got it, let me go make it real quick. I mean, we're
You're
yes
right.
men and women at the beginning because that's what we got to do to bring in a buck. And that's why I don't get too mad at anybody for anything that they do out here on the internet, because I know people are just trying to survive. We try to teach people in the long term, or we try to teach people how to look at the long term, protect your reputation, protect your integrity, because you only get one name. We do try to teach that. But the hustler aspect is something that um, I'm very familiar with, and I love how you see and are monetizing the skills in various different ways. I mean, you could have an uncle who has a business, and it's like, hey, unc, hey, $500, I'll drive up there and set that up for you. You know, it's a 2 hour drive. Your time's valuable. He's got a business. He's your uncle. He should want to pay you. But now I can do that. I can go set up his autoresponder, or I can offer that as a. I mean, I've even said, Alpha, a great thing for a lot of us to do is go, instead of jumping into another MLM, or instead of jumping into another biz oppy get rich quick bullshit thing like you've always done,
Right.
why not just keep doing the affiliate marketing and keep on the path that you're on, and then go fill out and offer up some jobs and take some jobs over on freelance.com or upwork.com or
Right.
fiverr.com, and write some copy for some people. There you can write copy for a, so many cents or dollars per word,
You're
or
right.
or a sales letter. You get really good at copy, you can demand thousands or multi, $5,000-$10,000 for a sales letter. So that's an example of sort of creating multiple streams of income kind of inside the same business,
You're right.
right? But the more that we can keep what we're doing, like what you just mentioned was that you can set up autoresponders, you can do this kind of thing. Well, that's mostly in line with what you're already doing. It's not a completely different business, which
Not at
which
all.
for new people, it's one of the biggest ways to just crash and burn, is that, oh, I've been in this for a week, I've been doing this for a week. ah, this other thing over here that this guy's talking about seems like it's going to be easier. Well, guess what?
It's
You
not.
get over there and it's artificial turf. Damn it, the grass wasn't really greener.
You're right. You're so right, man. And it's not green. Like, what I mean is not green. Like, you're gonna go through many valley of despairs on this side trying to learn how to teach people those things, like put together a full on business in a box. That's hard to do, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's hard work. And I know how to do that in just a few hours, right? So, like one thing that you said and that I will never forget. This was a few weeks ago, back on one of your um you had a big meeting and you were at another location, and it was a decade and a day.
Okay.
And you said to everyone that was in the room, a few of them got awards and things like that, but you said, stop buying courses. The one you already have is enough.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's like all these other guys that will take this course and they'll take that course because that course didn't work. Well, the very first course you took would have worked if you did not quit.
Yeah. And just like, honestly, I'm not here to bullshit anybody, because I got successful drop shipping friends and I got successful e-commerce friends and stuff like that. Like, the truth is that drop shipping business that you did, you probably could have succeeded in that. Honestly, you probably could have if you would have stuck with it. Now, it's not my favorite business model to build long term, because
No,
look at what
yeah, not at all. Yeah.
do you want your business really to be at the mercy of China and
Right.
ships in the Pacific and various diseases that are, no, I don't. I want you to be able to buy something from me, brother, and me to be able to instantly deliver it to you, download it right away. That's what I want.
Yes,
But
exactly.
but the truth is that you're right. Pete, you can really be. I mean, I could be successful with a hot dog stand if Alpha, you said, Dave, this is all you get. You get one hot dog stand. You got to go make it work. You think I'd sit around and be like, man, I gotta go bring fuck with this hot dog? No, I'd take the hot dog stand and
You would
I'd
get
make.
very creative.
I'd be very creative, right?
Yes.
But because there's so much Alpha out there, there's so many different options, and there's always somebody who is standing there to tell you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. There's always a little bugger right there who's ready to just tell you what you want to hear. Oh, legendary. It's just a bunch of videos or whatever. And these are the same people that, have you ever actually even seen their face? But there's always somebody who's there ready to whisper sweet little nothings in your ear. And we like that. There was a song called Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies. And until we're ready to face the truth that no matter what we do, whether we buy a course here or whether we buy a course there, until we're ready to actually learn it and go through it and actually apply ourselves as if it was the only course left in the world, then our chances of success with anything are nil. That's
Right.
that's facts.
You're right. And see, I was chasing the shiny object when I first got in here, right? As soon as I first started affiliate marketing, I was chasing the commissions and I wanted the money right now. And I just was, and nothing was coming in at all. So I wanted to quit so many different times on myself. I wanted to quit. And then I started to see a little bit of success, and then it just wasn't a lot, but I was seeing success every day, right? Like I was seeing a win every day, but it just wasn't enough. To me, it just felt like, right.
Right, but you were just maybe comparing yourself to other people's big wins and
You're
maybe.
right. You're 100% correct. And you want to know who helped me through that? It's one of your associates now. For the last 2 months, 2.5 months, he's been there for me 100%. His name is Digital Solutions, Ryan Halbert. That
He
that
works. He
guy,
works here. Yeah, Ryan. I think he's
he,
working with us
he's
now as our
extremely,
marketing coach.
he's phenomenal. Like, he helped me build out my next coaching program. He's been there for me this whole way. This whole
Nice.
last 2.5 months. And that's why I'm where I'm at right now. I mean, I have the best support. How can you
Yeah.
fail when you have an
Well,
excellent support system? You can't.
that's so great to hear, Alpha, and I love that you give credit where credit's due. It's something that I've learned is really important over the years. In this industry is such a small industry that all these people that we think we're mentoring and we think we're doing something for, next year they may be helping me. I
Right.
mean, we learn some. It's it my legendary wouldn't be what legendary is unless I got humble enough to get on every day and say, what can I learn from my students? What can I learn from people that are buying stuff? What can we learn? Because you know what? People get tired of hearing from just one person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah. You're right.
I got tired of just hearing from me. You know, I've been in this industry for over 10 years and I was like, I don't want to do another show. I don't want to do another podcast. I don't want to do another thing. And you know, it was really an act of sort of ego deflation. And also Matt, our CMO, who's doing a decade in a day right now, I think suggesting it, which is credit where credit's due, you know, credit where credit's due, suggesting this. And we did it. We started interviewing our clients and, you know, we just got, you know, we'll make more of more noise about this as time goes on. But, you know, now we're being nominated for different awards and it's really exciting. It's really exciting. Not because of me, but because I got my ass out of the way and started learning from everybody else and giving credit where credit's due and just shining the spotlight on everybody else, just like you did, like you just did with Eric and like you did with Ryan. And we all help each other. I think that's the
Right.
point that I'm trying to make. And it's your career will be so fruitful and so long and so profitable if you continue with that attitude and we all adopt that attitude that it's collaboration, not competition.
Right.
And really there's an abundance mindset, Alpha, that's required that you're demonstrating this morning. There's an abundance mindset that's required to give credit to other people, to give recognition to other people, to shine the light on other people. You got to have an abundance mindset. You can't have a lack mentality because a lack mentality is all about jealousy and I need all the attention and I don't want anybody
Right.
else to win, right? But as an entrepreneur, if I want to be successful, I have to want others to win. I have to want my you know, I really, in a way, I mean, I want to, I sometimes want to crush my competition. Let's not say crush, but I got to want other people to win. I got to want
Yes,
others to
exactly.
win. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
did you have you felt that happening with you? You opening up a little bit more, and I can imagine years in prison and things like that made you probably not as
Um,
open-minded and all that as you are today, and
you're
as
right.
recognizing of others.
You are 100% correct. Until I met, well, I shouldn't say that, until I started this journey, and started listening to my affirmations at night, which is something I never did before.
Nice.
Um, I was 100% closed off from people. Like, I was, I mean, even at work, I
Probably
was
from
isolated.
receiving both receiving compliments and love and validation, and also giving it. You mean closed off like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, talking to people's fine, but receiving love and gifts and people telling me I'm doing fantastic and Alpha, you're doing great. And then me being able to say that to other people, I wasn't able to do that before just because you're right.
Mm.
I was always in competition with people because that's how it is in prison. You know, you're always in competition with someone, you
Yeah.
know, you're always trying to up someone. You're always trying to even up yourself,
And
you
stay
know,
safe. And stay
right.
safe.
You're right. You're right.
You
So you
stay
always have
safe.
to,
I can't show you. I can't show you my hand. You might take something, steal, you know,
right.
get me, whatever. I mean, that's what a lot of us have to stay safe in many different situations. And so receiving love and compliments and validation and giving it is not really a safe thing to do emotionally and mentally speaking anyways, because I'm showing vulnerability and weakness. But a great book and a great even TED Talk speaker for any of us, especially us big macho guys who think that we get more with intimidation, or we would
Right.
get more by force. Well, we should all go and listen to Brene Brown, both her talks and her book Daring Greatly, where she talks about leading with vulnerability. And
Oh,
it's a real shift. It's a real shift in your energy. It's a real shift in how you connect with people. Most of all, is a real shift in how you connect with people. So Brene Brown, Daring Greatly, in her books and talks on leading through vulnerability is helpful for all of us, but especially it was helpful for me as a man.
That's really cool, man. I'm happy. I'm definitely going to look that book up. I'm recording this live myself, so I'm going to come back and rewatch this. And I'm just happy to be on this live with you. Another thing that got me was when I started reading Secrets of a Millionaire Mind.
T. Harv Eker. We used to recommend that book instead of the Rich Dad Poor Dad, but we moved. But tell us, say more.
Yeah. So when I started reading that, it really unlocked um, the way I perceive money. See, Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches you about how to spend money and what money's about.
Mm.
Secrets of a Millionaire Mind teaches you about the abundance of cash and the way um, it's perceived through other people's eyes, right? So by me reading that book, most of it, and knowing about the inner games of wealth and how to spend your money, how to invest, things like that, it has made me realize what I want for my life and what I want for anyone that I work with, right? Like, so
Yeah.
anyone that I work with, any coaching client that I have, they're 100% satisfied. And the reason why that is because I know what the way I've been coached, and I know what I didn't want to get coached on and the way I didn't want to be coached. So, there's always going to be good coaching and bad coaching, and I'm doing my best to make it to where it's perfect coaching, right? Like, I want them to be happy and walk away with knowing about TikTok growth, trends, putting your funnel together in just a few days, snapper challenge, copywriting, hacking, funnel hacking. I want them to know about mindset growth challenge, right? Breaking down barriers of words that you never even know that you were able to even be able to break down, right? I teach all that in this next 5-week mega masterclass that I'm putting on, right? Like I'm teaching people these things week to week on what took me to the next level, right? And what I know is going to be able to help so many people in this world get to that next level, regardless if they know how to type on the computer. Me, I can probably type right now 15 words a minute. That's the truth. And that's the
That's
truth.
fast. That's fast.
Um,
I don't know where I'd be. I don't want to test my. I'm a hunting pecker.
right.
I mean, I know a few woody woodpeckers out there, but I'm old hunt and peck. You know what I mean? The old look
Right.
down and give her a couple of and then look up and see how much of it I misspelled, and then look back down and hunt and
Right.
peck a few more times. I mean,
And I got ADHD very bad. So,
oh, me too. You know what I'm hearing is just somebody who came in, somebody who had all kinds of odds and all kinds of just wow. I mean, and I've got one of my best friends had a long prison sentence and got out and is one of the absolute best people that you would ever want to know. Such a and he works so hard to be a great friend and be a great business person because he wants to make up for lost time and never kind of go back to who he was. And I can relate to that in many ways as well. But I just hear somebody who's really hungry. I hear somebody who is now taking the best of what the internet and what online marketing has to offer, which in my opinion is what we're doing. It's selling information and e-learning. It's not selling bullshit,
No.
gadgets and gizmos and horseshit that just people don't need. Honestly, I don't. I'm not here to put down anybody's business, but I just feel like this work is important and what we do is important. And I feel like the selling of knowledge, the sharing of knowledge, and the packaging of information, and how any one of us can take something in when I say something, I mean the most important thing in life, which is showing somebody something, which is sharing a piece of information that can help them in their life. It's the most important in life, in society, and civilization. Not exist if people like us had not shared information in previous generations and civilizations. And we have an opportunity to help, to teach, and to package what we know or package what we've learned, and absolutely change somebody's entire life. Not
Right.
add more bullshit, not add more clutter, not sell some fuck, some gizmo piece of crap that they're gonna. I mean, to give somebody the gift of knowledge and to do it in a fun way, as you said, a
Right.
creative way, do it in a
Mhm.
way that worked for you, and hopefully it'll work for others. And if people resonate with you, they can learn. And if not, they can go to somebody else. But I hear somebody who's boy, did you. I just think about everybody else who's gotten out, who got out of war, the military or prison or anywhere else, college, and did not find what you and I found, dude. But
Wow, brother.
instead,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? Like, think about that. All those people out there who didn't find, man, it makes me feel lucky and it makes me feel blessed and it makes me not want to squander the gift. That's just my personal,
And
you
and
know
I
what I
feel
mean?
the same way, Dave. Like I totally feel where you're coming from, brother. Like I feel blessed every single day because the statistics for me for as long as I was in this last time, which was 84
Not
months,
good. Not good.
I was supposed to had already returned back to prison. You see,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like I've been out
Your
7 years,
parole officer's mad that you ain't there, too.
right? And I mean, I had to top out my sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The
I knew
system
when
is
I got
not
out.
built for us to be rehabilitated, brother. It's not built
No,
for us to be
right,
rehabilitated. It's built for us to be turned into caged animals, and it's a difficult thing to wrap your head around, being paying the consequences that a lot of us have paid for things that are now legal in some cases, like,
right,
for example, all the people that have been, mostly African Americans, that have been locked up over simple marijuana charges. I mean, come
right.
on.
And
um,
and these are
but you're
facts.
beating the odds, brother. That's what's important.
For sure, Dave. And this is another thing. The reason why I help so many people, I did a 7-part series of my life, right? And this is me being 100% vulnerable. It's in my TikTok profile. It's called, it's under my stories. It's called Alpha Allen's Journal. And it's deep, man. It's really deep. There's like, it's full 3 minutes at a time. I did 7 parts, and I'm telling you guys about my life. I'm telling you about not Boss G lifestyles. It's about Alpha Allen. It's about what I went through, how I got in trouble, why I got in trouble, me being a shit stick, being dumb, being a hard headed guy, and what
Yeah.
got me to where I'm at right now in my life, and why I strive to be the best person I can possibly be and pull that out of myself and put it into words and articulate it out into everyone in the world so they can see my vision, you know?
Yeah. Well, I love people who have gotten in trouble and people who have society have said, "Oh, he's a outcast or he's a bad guy," because you know we, especially entrepreneurs, you'll find, and you know you'll find this in a lot of leadership positions, is that a lot of people have have scars or blemishes in their past, in their history, because they were out living, they were out expressing their in some cases their creativity, and or in most cases, um, like I was just watching a video on white underbelly, soft white underbelly, which is a YouTube channel that,
I watch it
uh,
too.
if you want to really hear people's stories and see how to get raw and vulnerable on video, go watch Soft White Underbelly. But
It's
I was
brutal.
just real shit, not
All in black and white, right? Yes.
all in black and white, man.
Yeah.
Real shit. Real conversations, real interviews. But I say that it's an expression of creativity. A lot of times we get in trouble because this guy yesterday, that I watched an interview, Scarface, debt collector. He was doing graffiti, and he ended up getting $7 million in damages and a bunch of prison time from doing graffiti out in California. That's how his criminal history got started. Um, or a lot of times we get in trouble and so forth because we just didn't have the right guidance or leadership that we needed, and
Right.
we just didn't get what we needed, and we wandered off, and that's the case for a lot of us, or we just didn't have parents that were equipped to be able to care for us. But those are oftentimes the people that I find are the most interesting. And every one of us is interesting. It's just a matter of whether we choose to share the interesting parts about ourselves.
Right.
Because we've all been through a little bit of shit or a lot of bit of shit. Some of us have been caught for the things that we've done, and some of us haven't. But the thing that I see you doing, and it's beautiful, and it's a great example for everybody. And let's put his TikTok or Instagram, whatever links we have up, and then we'll wrap up here in a second because my wife's actually speaking somewhere, and I want to go listen to her.
For sure,
But
brother.
I see you doing the deal and using your story and your experience as a positive instead of a negative, and I would expect anything less from you. You know, it's society that says that guys like you and I, who they underestimate us, they count us out. And I love when people count me out, don't you?
Right.
I
Yeah.
love it, you know. And you know what, everybody who's listening, they've counted you out too. They've counted you out too. Your boss has counted you out, most likely, doesn't think that you're shit. Doesn't respect you, doesn't care about it, you know what I mean,
You're right.
what you really need or what you really want. One of our dear friends just had an experience with her boss to where she's been working from home for the past couple of years, and now they got this shitty little office, and they're like, you have to come in. It sets a good precedent for the other employees. And the other employee is the guy's daughter. It's like, that's the kind of dumb shit that bosses out there like
Right.
do. You know what I mean? They don't
Yeah.
respect your time, you know. In society, for most of us who, you know, have had a not great jobs or haven't made much money, society doesn't ever think that you're going to do jack shit with your life. You
You're
know,
right.
society and your friends and family don't really think, and I don't mean they want what's bad for you, but they just take you for granted. And I love when people count me out, and I love to prove myself and others wrong. And now I know what I'm capable of. And it really sounds like you're on that path too, Alpha. You know what I
Thank you,
mean?
brother. I really appreciate that from you, Dave. I mean,
Yeah.
you being you, I mean, that coming from you, I really appreciate that. And I want to commend you and congratulate you, man, for your sobriety, brother, because I know how hard it is for many people to kick that, bro.
Thank you so
Um,
much, brother.
no,
It's been
I'm dead
it's been the
serious.
hardest and easiest thing I've ever done in my life. And the beautiful thing about recovery and addressing addictions and stuff is there's always another one that pops up. You know, the work is
Right.
never done. The work is never done. Personal development and really growing is never done. I've never arrived anywhere, but it means a lot. Thank you for saying that. And
You're welcome,
we'll
brother.
send people to support you and learn from you. And my friend, thanks for your time today, brother.
Thank you so much as well, Dave. And God bless you, man. And I hope you'll be back on your show very soon.
All right, Alpha, you sure will. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. All right, my friends, there it is. Boss G Lifestyles is Alpha's TikTok. Boss G. That may be his TikTok. That may be his TikTok pen name, so don't be confused about that. Um, yeah, wow. I just had a fantastic conversation opening on the Decade in a Day, which is the all-day workshop we do for new Blueprints members. And then this wake up show. I'm fired up. It's Friday, but I'm fired up. I'm trying to cruise and relax into the weekend, but I'm fired up. So let's have a great weekend. I'm going to go have a fantastic weekend of growth and hopefully breakthroughs and a little bit of relaxation, and take this weekend, especially today as you move into the weekend, to do something powerful that you finish. What's the most important thing that you have to do today so you can go into the weekend feeling, you can feel a form of completion. Do that today. Just put that on the top of the priority list. If you've been avoiding or putting off filming that first video or pulling the trigger on something, then do it today. As a matter of fact, today is the first day of I believe, isn't it? Yeah, it's the first day of a brand new month. Okay. And this is the last half of 2022. Keep that in mind so we can finish the year strong too. All right, my friends, get out of here. Be legendary. We'll see you back on Monday for another episode. Peace.